bodies of this model stand the test of our salty winter roads well. In general, there are no comments on corrosion resistance. The only characteristic weak point is the hinges of the opening glass of the fifth door. The paint is sometimes peeled off on them, and they rust. The body of the Sportage, with its sidewalls and bumpers painted in the same color, is less practical than the black-painted Tucson, but the seat upholstery is better. Many Sportage with combined upholstery, on the sides of the seats, leather, and in the center, Bel-Air. But the seats of most Hyundais are covered with fabric, which, like a vacuum cleaner, pulls on everything, hairs, threads, wool and dust. But the shape of the chair is the same, smooth, moderately hard and without much lateral support. The functionality of the pre-styling versions is increased by the forward-leaning back of the front passenger seat, which allows you to carry long items in the cabin or get a comfortable camping table. To reduce the cost, many Sportage after 2008 began to be produced with a conventional, non-reclining seat back. The cabin can easily accommodate 5 crew members. There is enough knee room in the gallery for even tall passengers. Visibility from the driver's seat is good. It is only slightly limited by the left front pillar. There are no comments on the quality of the plastic. Engines. The range of units designed for the Sportage consists of 2 petrol and 2 diesel engines, but the 2.0-liter petrol versions are the most widely used. According to the Minders of the dealer's service station, the Sportage units have proven to be reliable, and troubles can only arise if they are used improperly. For example, in a 2.0-liter gasoline engine, due to an untimely oil change, cases of failure of the proprietary CVVT valve timing system were noted. At the same time, traction is noticeably reduced, and the check engine warning lamp lights up on the instrument panel. The cause of system failure is contamination of the CVVT valve. It should be noted that cleaning this valve does not always help. It often needs to be replaced. Problems with diesel units arise, as a rule, in winter, when car owners fill in summer fuel, usually at the beginning of winter, in which paraffin appears in severe frosts. As a result, the engine refuses to start. No other malfunctions were noted in the Sportage motors. The timing of all power units is driven by a belt, which must be changed along with the rollers every 60,000 kilometers. In a 2.7-liter engine, the timing belt also drives a water pump that can last almost 2 belt lifetimes, 100 to 120,000 kilometers. The thermal clearances of the valves of gasoline engines are regulated using special washers, although in practice the need to perform this procedure is extremely rare, up to 300 to 350,000 kilometers. And in the timing of turbo diesels, hydraulic compensators are used. Sportage engines are quite reliable. They can only create problems if the maintenance schedule is violated. Transmission. The Sportage has manual and automatic transmissions in its arsenal, but in our market the most popular versions are with mechanics. Calm drivers, as a rule, do not have problems with the manual gearbox, but with aggressive driving, the second and third gear synchronizers fail. The malfunction manifests itself in difficult, with the characteristic crunch, inclusion of these gears. In this case, the replacement of synchronizers is required. In addition, after 150,000 kilometers, there is a noticeable backlash in the gearshift, caused by wear on the bushings. In less common automatic transmissions, characteristic problems were not identified during operation. Many Sportage vehicles are equipped with an all-wheel drive transmission. The cheaper front-wheel drive versions are less common. Four-wheel drive Korean cars, plug-in. On hard and dry surfaces, the car is almost front-wheel drive. Most of the torque is transmitted to the front axle. The rear wheels, when the front wheels slip, are connected using an electronically controlled clutch. If necessary, the clutch can be blocked by force with a button on the dashboard, in which case the moment will be distributed equally between the axles, 50:50. Upon reaching a speed of 40 km/h, the lock, for WD lock, is disabled and the transmission switches to automatic mode. Cross-axle differentials in Kia Sportage non-blocking. Due to the small overhangs of the body and interaxle blocking, this car has good cross-country ability compared to other SUVs. But the Sportage should by no means be equated with SUVs. The fuel consumption of the front-wheel drive version in the city, in summer, is about 10 L/100 km. On the highway, 7 to 8 L/100 km. 4x4 has 12 and 9, respectively. Suspension. By the way, not only the mechanics, but also the car as a whole does not like aggressive driving. With active cornering, it is felt that the body is healing, and high-profile tires are breaking. The running Sportage is more designed for confident driving on not very high-quality tracks, which makes it great for our roads. It can ignore small bumps at all, and large ones pass very confidently without creating discomfort. More expensive pre-styling versions and all cars manufactured after 2008 were equipped with ESP and TCS traction control systems. Mechanics recalled cases of ESP failures due to the failure of the rudder position sensor. McPherson is used in front, and a multi-link is used in the back. Most often, every 30 to 40,000 kilometers, when driving on our roads, you will have to change bushings and stabilizer struts. With frankly inaccurate movement, ball bearings may require replacement after 40 to 50,000 kilometers, although there are examples when they nursed up to 100,000 kilometers. The front vertical silent blocks of the front levers are capable of running 60 to 80,000 kilometers, and the rear horizontal ones, 120 to 140,000 kilometers. The rear of a multi-link lasts longer. Transverse levers, 120,000 kilometers, and longitudinal, 150,000 kilometers, reduces the cost of maintenance of the running gear that all consumables are changed separately. Steering. The steering is not particularly durable and can present an unpleasant surprise after a run of 70 to 80,000 kilometers. Fortunately, the rail is reparable. Tie rod ends have a similar resource, 80,000 kilometers. But the braking system is quite reliable and efficient. Weaknesses of the car. A manual gearbox has proved to be less reliable than an automatic gearbox. Problems with synchronizers and backstage bushings are not ruled out. On our roads more often, after 30 to 80,000 kilometers, you will have to repair the front suspension. The rear one lasts much longer, 120 to 150,000 kilometers.